at all. I think today we're going to turn on the music because I need some soothing tones. Lord, no, let me turn. I don't want them to ding my thing from playing music. So let's fix that. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, friend. Janine, I gotta send you a message. Send me a DM if you can right now on IG. What your what size shirt do you wear? Because I think I may have one here that I want to send to you. But if I have it, I'm gonna send it to you. But if I don't, then don't worry about it. But or you can put it here if you want. But if not, send me a DM. I'll explain about it in the message though. So ain't nothing you got to do, anything, just that's what I need to know. I meant to ask you that probably like, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. But no, that's for my yogurt. I'm making a blend. That's why if you it's all chopped up. Did you open them? Oh, okay. Oh, you been. What's going on, friend? I pray that you get that works out for you because I know that has to be a pain in the behind. And I don't like to see my friend. Child, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Hey, friend. Lord. Let's get this music. Hold on, y'all. I just wanna. Oh, I'm like, why are they playing? I forgot I turned it down. I think. As you can tell. Not the commercial starting already, and I just turned the thing on. Like, come on. All right, y'all. So, because I have a couple of things, if I can remember, I had some stuff I wanted to talk to y'all about, and I was like, I need to write this down. And of course, I didn't even write it down because I was rushing. So whatever comes to mind, we just want to say that's what was meant to be discussed on tonight. Because again, when I tell y'all this is like so in chat, that's really because I be having stuff on my mind that I need to, get it out and just kind of talk, like put it out there. Not so much as okay, I got your thing. Not so much as like putting it on, dumping it on you, but it's just like, just talking some mom stuff, the stuff that people generally, might be too afraid to talk about, or just frustrations, period. Because, girl, friends, it's been a time, okay? But we here. We are here. So, let's get into it. Please make sure you do like the live as you come in. I really would appreciate it very much. If you could do that for your girl. And so, yeah. Is it Tammy or Tim? Like, Fit? Is it? Which one is it, friend? It's been a minute, so I be trying to get everybody's name together. Child, it must be something going on. So you know what? Let's just hop into it. All right, let me tell y'all what I'm doing tonight first. Which, if you have not seen it, so I am going to be doing Nikki's pattern. This pattern came out. This is an old one. I'm pretty sure that I've had in my stash for quite some time. I'm trying to see what year this is. 2016. 2016. So I decided to go ahead and make this pattern. But because you know, I love jumpsuits. I have so many jumpsuits patterns, and I have not made not one of them as of yet. So we will be working on this for the next couple of weeks. Because for one, you know, um, Nikki, she's a woven girl, so she likes wovens. I think this will be very nice in the knit too as well. But for the structure or whatever, we're just gonna go ahead and do it with the woven. But this whole thing is lined too, which I did not know was gonna be fully lined. So I was like, and I cut this pattern out today, which I also had to cut out the lining, and it was a lot of cutting that was going on. Hey, Carmen, talk about I need that pattern. That's how you jump in. No, hey girl, how your day? How you doing? Talk about I need that pattern. So I mean, it's already cut, but I mean, you definitely welcome to use it. I don't mind. So because I doubt if you're gonna be able to find it. But y'all, I also did another thing today. Okay, another portion. Why I feel like I'm yelling. That I did, which is something that I do not do. And I don't even think today would have been a good day to be doing it because of my patience. I am going to be using this fabric here. It has like a little detail, if you can see the little ridges or whatever in there. I've had this in my stash forever. It's like an eggshell type of white, but the thing of it is, for one, I'm using a solid color, no prints. And I'm also using white. White has no respect to persons. It's like, listen, whatever you put me in, we showing it all, we telling it all, we don't care. And so yeah, we gonna see. Because not only doing this jumpsuit, but then doing it all in all white. I'm like, girl, you tripping. But I'm trying to push myself to try some other stuff. So again, we shall see. Cause I don't know. I don't know. Oh God, Fritz. So let me tell y'all what happened to me as I get these pieces together. Because again, I'm definitely going to take my time with this. Because what I'm not going to do is butcher my fabric and this jumpsuit. And y'all already know when it comes to the back part, I'm gonna have to do what I had to do last week, which I never even finished that either. But I'm going to finish it. I just life was life, okay? So I had to one thing at a time. So we're gonna go ahead with these pieces. So let me tell y'all what happened this morning. Now, I want to say this. I think I did a good job in handling this, but I definitely could have handled this better. And I think it attributes to, this is my just to let you know, I'm fully aware of this. And this is from me getting up rushing instead of doing my devotions and prayer in the morning. Okay, so make sure y'all, whoever you pray to, whatever you do to get your day started, don't forget that, because that's important. You just never know what's going to come throughout the day that you're going to have to pull on to that. And so I was like, when I wake up, my brain be like, it just starts, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. He said, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. So, as we go into school, you know what I mean? I take my time in the morning, because my thing is, I'm trying to live. These people, I don't know what's going on, in their lives, but they be rushing. And they, they trying to get to work or whatever. I am very grateful that I don't have to clock in anywhere like that. So I can just take my time. I'm driving. Well, I was in the fast lane. Let me just say that I have a 2008 Kia Sportage. My Kia Sportage have almost 300,000 miles on there. I'm going to ride her until she dies. She is definitely, when you say a ride or die, that is my ride or die boo. Okay? So let me just say that. Homegirl is 17 years old, so she's tired as well. So I try to take the best care of her. I drive her like it is a 2026 Audi SUV, because that is my dream. That is the car that I want. Like, people like, you don't want no Benz? No, I don't want any of that. That is my dream car. So I drive it as if that's what I'm driving. But in reality, it's a 2008 Kia Sportage. Okay. So with that, hey Will. Hey Will. That's right. Quick, listen, I do. So with that being said, I'm driving. I'm going about 80. 80 is about the max for me for my car. Okay, to keep us, rolling smooth. Anything over there, you know what I mean? We all like this. So I'm already moving expeditiously. I feel like since the speed limit is 65. Okay. So this lady, is it called a Fiat? A Fiat? I don't know. That FIA. Y'all know that little Zoom buggy car? Okay. That little thing. So we just gonna call her Karen. Okay, because we all know what a Karen is. So we gonna call her Karen. Decides to come around, literally cuts in front of me and go like this. Like, that hard, like they mean it, right? So I was like, because I'm jamming, I'm listening to my music, talking to Angel, like, da-da-da-da. Angel look at me and I'm looking at her. I'm like, what just happened? Like what just happened? And then when I said, did this happen just stick her middle finger up at me? Now, mind you, she was going like 100 after she cut in front of me to let me know that she was like mad. But again, you mad because I'm doing 80 and you want to do 100? So, but I never even seen her. That's for one. Because normally when they driving, I be like, I just move over because I don't have time. Like, I'm like, y'all not going to disrupt my day. But see, I didn't pray this morning. When I came back, I did pray. So let me say that. But I was like, what? I said, you know what? Then I got pissed. Like, something came. I said, you know what? I want to teach Karen a little lesson. You know what I mean? Like, people always say, like, I have this teacher in me. So, you know what? I want to utilize those skills at this very moment. I said to myself, you ready for this? And the Isha me is always ready. That's one thing. You don't got to ask her. She is always ready. I do not like for her to come out. And so what I realized, I couldn't do 100 because I told you we only could do up to 80, right? But what I did know, because I travel this road each and every day, I am very familiar how the traffic rolls. And I knew we were fastly approaching a halt because now we're getting a transition into the PA side, which is always traffic. Shout out to Pennsylvania. Woo-hoo. But anyway, so now I'm up here with little Fiat Karen, okay? And so she goes and pulled. So now I'm like this. I rolled my window down. And now I'm looking at her. I said, so you stuck your middle finger up at me, huh, little bitch? Now, excuse me. And of course, she like this. I said, I need you to be just as stern. Because you was like this. Give me that energy. Give me that energy. She's like, then she tries to speed up. Girl, I can keep up with you now because you can't do 100. You only can do about 40. We good. I'm with you. So then I'm behind her. Then she jams on her brake. So I told, sweetie, I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that. So I swerved a little bit, and then she going to have a little smirk on her face. I said, oh. So now I'm following her. Now, mind you, I have Angel in the car. And I said, if Angel was not in the car, I would tell you now, this will be a whole different story. Okay? The story will be completely different. So now then she got a little smirk. I said, oh, okay. So now I'm with her again. I pull up on the side of her and I'm seeing her like, pull over. I said, pull over. Like, I'm saying to myself, like, what you now? I'm saying all kind of stuff to her. She never rolls her window down. She never turns her head. So we going. And so I said, you know what? Now I'm going to get in front of her and put on my brake. But I'm going to really put on my brake, though. So, because at the end of the day, your little Fiat, what's going to happen, you going to shift up under my car, okay? And probably be all smushed up. Because, baby, these newer cars ain't nothing but aluminum foil. Hey, friend. And so I said, okay. But then she want to start swerving and doing that. So now we out here like swerving and doing. I said, okay, well, we can weave in and out. You know what I mean? Like, I be in these Philly streets. I know how to do all that. All of that, Miss Delaware girl. Okay? You from Delaware. So we doing all this. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of playing with her. So I was going to, because now we're approaching this big old 18-wheeler truck. And so I pulled to the right. So I want to go because she goes to the right. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go around to the left to go in front of her. But she took the exit real quick to get off. So I said, oh, she ain't want to play the game no more. Cause see, I was all in. I was 100% all in. 100% all in. Cause I'm sitting here like, you ain't had to do all that. So the next time you want to get mad because you racing to work and you want to go in front of somebody, yeah, like that, be prepared. That somebody, now one day when I was on 95, somebody put their car in brake, got out their car. That would have been me. But if Angel, I had Angel with me, and of course, her safety, well, sort of kind of, because I was swerving with that lady, like, but what I mean, I know how to drive. But if it wasn't for her being in the car, honey, y'all would have heard a whole nother story. And I said, God, please don't let me see this lady again, because I'm gonna remember her and her car. She had to be glad I didn't get her license plate number. But that's how. And again, I guess it's all because I was going too slow for her. But I was like, I would have followed her right off the exit. Even if she would have pulled up to the police station, I'd have pulled up there too. Cause girl, what? But I said it was crazy. Like I couldn't believe it. But at this point, I was so mad. Like I was so mad because I'm like, I'm literally minding my business. And this heifer gonna come jump in front of me. And I mean, she was like, like just right in her mirror. Like you could see all of it. Like her face was all like this or whatever. I just was like, what just happened? Till she was like this the whole time until she got off that exit. I said, oh, okay. I hope that teaches you a lesson about sticking your finger up at somebody because they might just chase you down. But I was like, the audacity. And I was like, are we going through this because the orange man is in office again? Like, let's not, I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm not one of those ones that be like, oh, I'll take my chances. I'm one of them ones. My mom be like, Lord birthday. She always said, child, they don't know who they messing with. I said, Hey, Chris. Hey, Diane. But so that was my thing on today. I was going to put it in my stories, but the last week when I put in my stories about being authentic, I don't know if it's the algorithm or how it works, but I had double the amount of people watch my stories off of that story. And I didn't do no hashtags or nothing like that. Off of that story, than anybody. And I don't even go back to see who watched my stories, but it's when people comment or say something, then when I open it, it's like, because I still be trying to learn something. I don't really know it all that well, but then I can see everybody or whatever. And then, when people comment or sending me personal messages, just allow me to see. I said, well, darn, like people are really responding to this. So let me check it. And people I haven't talked to in years. Or I said, well, what would make all these people look at this story when they generally don't watch the story anyway? Exactly. But that's how you got to do it, Jenny. Like that's really like how you got to do it. But I said, I'm not going to put this in my stories because again, this is just a little moment. I don't want nobody to think this is what goes on. Like this ain't the type of tea that I do on a regular basis. But every now and then is always an every now and then moment where, because I was like that chick. Oh, when I tell you I was mad, I had to come home and really was like, God, I know that is not whatever. But I was like, can I at least get credit that I didn't throw the pennies at her? Because that's the thing that back in the day that I would do. When people did that, I'd be like, yeah, da 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 da. One guy, he was like, you at that, and I was like, what'd you say? You heard what I said again. And I said, okay. I said several one more time right before he was. And I was like, psh, he's like, ah! And mind you, we were driving. So, do you think I really care? I was sitting here like, now said, now who's the bitch now? He got, yeah, but I bet you he probably never did that again. So, yeah. But I didn't do that this time. So, I should get credit for that because I didn't do that this time. I was minding my business. And people just was not trying to let me be great. So, right now, y'all, I am pinning I'm doing the pleat right now. Yeah, I'm working on the pleat for the bodice front. So this is, again, something that I have never, this is a little different. Place pleat toward front. So, okay. But it's literally like a pleat that goes all the way down. So,
bring your brand to life with targeted video ads and connect with the perfect audience. And reach your people with YouTube ads.
Okay, so I'm just trying to, again, you know, with me, I'm trying to make it make sense in my head how this thing works. I mean, I guess to get that little lift in the front that you see here on the, so that's what we're doing. But of course, you know, my head, my brain always try to process it, like, to make it make sense. And I'm like, yeah, it's not making sense to me. So that's currently what's going on right now. That's why I said this is going to be a 2-week gig, because yeah, I definitely want to take my time and do this. Plus, I'm working with white fabric, so I need to make sure I don't have nothing around me that this can get on, and you know, all that good stuff. So, and I'm not even gonna lie, like, this thing don't, it's not making sense, but it's because I've never done this like this before. So what I did was, I'm kind of pinning it, and it is saying like I'm gonna sew it down, and then, but when I open it back up, I mean, okay, I don't know, but okay. Child, let me pin both of them. Gotta take our time because this is white fabric, so it's like, it is what it is. Hey, Elisa. Yeah, you got it. Friend, you have to tell me on the side, like, what happened with that. But I think it's something. It's just something going on. It's like something going on. I went line dancing to line dance class last night, and you know, the lady was explaining to me, like, there are some groups like down south or wherever they at that was like copying other people's dances, so they typically don't really like to do their. I was like, Lord, it's like you can't get away from the craziness. I said, oh, okay, because they were like explaining something, but I didn't even get into it because I was like, child, I don't even care. It's drama and everything, and I was like, it can't. I said, can't we all just line dance and just have a good time? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a thing where they were just heavily talking about it from that particular, not like the situation with the other lady I was telling y'all about. But it's just like, in my head, I'm like, to be outside means you got to be open or subjective to like the BS. And I'm like, I just want to be outside. I don't care about all that. I just want to be outside. You know what I mean? Leave me out the BS. I'm telling you. I don't want no parts of it in no way, shape, or form. Just please and thank you. Leave me out. I said bring. So we just want to see. Oh, and I got to get my hand because it's saying that I have to form the dart as well. So where's my other one? This is the arm. I'm like, where's the ham at? Now I haven't used that ham in so long. Of course, now that I need it, it's not in the place where it should be. Oh, and that be irritating me. Let me see something real fast. No, it's not gonna be in any of those. Oh my gosh, like, where the heck is it? All right, well, we're gonna have to use arm because I don't know where my ham is. I really don't. And we're not gonna wait all day. We just gonna make it do what it do. Cause it's somewhere around here, but I don't know. But best believe by the time we get off of here, I'm gonna be looking for it because that Joshy, hey friend, and I'm gonna be yeah, it's gonna irk me if I don't find it. So yeah, and this lady, like, she teaches line dance class. I know a few people asked me about teaching it, and she was like, this is so and so dance, and the girl clearly, nobody said like it was her dance. It's just saying she's just teaching them. People put them out there for people to learn so they can do them or whatever. But I was like, oh no, like people will find a reason to just nag about anything. And I'm like, child, y'all better get somebody else to do it because, yeah, it just be too much. I'm like, can we all just get along? Or just agree to disagree and then move on. But it just be too much. So I was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, they'll copy the dance and change one thing. But a lot of stuff in line dancing, I'm going to tell you anyway, like when you learn the basic stuff, that's what makes it so much easier because it's a lot of repeat of the same thing. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know what else to say to that. But yeah. So, but I mean, it was no biggie, but I will say this, it is a big old world out there. Like, you literally can create anything. There are so many, like every week there is a line dance extravaganza going on. Down south, they travel everywhere. They was like, girl, you gotta come. And then, of course, I was just like, I'm a mom. Okay, and I still have a school-age child. My last one, but yeah. So I can't just pick up and go, like that as of yet. But my time is coming. But I was irked about that. Like, but I was like, wait, so y'all be going, like, y'all literally be out here in these streets all the time. And when I tell you it is a thing, it is a huge thing. Because now I'm just getting back into it by going to the classes and stuff because I really do enjoy it. You do get a lot of steps in. Y'all know how I feel about getting your steps in. Like, you really can get a lot of steps in. I had a video that I'm going to post it one of these days this week when I get around to it. But when I did it for Mother's Day, me and my daughter, and I guess you call like my eyes, like my mom BFF, but she's really like a aunt. So this is supposed to go backwards. All right, hold on. So now we about to press this out. Let me get my little pressing pad. We don't want to get nothing on this. And did I tell you it's fully lined? Right? So, yeah. Everything that I'm going to be doing, I'm pretty much going to be doing twice. I didn't know that. So I just be setting myself up. I was like, oh my God. Oh no. No. So, yeah. Like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Nikki. Thanks a lot. So. So I see this is how that's supposed to be shaping like that. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all. Oh, let me pull over this way a little bit so I can see. So it's saying to press the cleat to give it the shaping. And that's what it does. It gives it the shaping. So now I can see what that little lift was. But it's saying to use your hand because with the arch, because it's for the bust area. So you don't want to just lay it flat and do it because then it's going to be crunchy. But because I don't know where. I don't know where is it at. So we're going to just use, But they, also, too, if you don't have an arm, you could use a towel. Just, just shape it, like roll it And you can use that too. You know what I mean? So, cause you see, like, and you know, by this being white, you're not. It's gonna be probably kind of hard for you to be able to see that. But so yeah, that's basically what I'm doing there, essentially. Just trying to get that, and then I'm gonna baste it across the top. But I'll do that after I do the other one, the other side. So. Yeah. Oh, I missed something. Hey, Sabs. Oh, Josh, my workout plan is walking. You haven't been watching my stories and stuff. You know what? That's the next topic. Look at y'all. Y'all are definitely in the spirit because remember I told y'all I wanted to talk to y'all about some stuff, but I didn't write it down so I don't remember. But y'all are saying things that make me remember what was going on. So I told y'all about the car incident. I was going to tell y'all about, but when Janine was like, "Friend, this is what happened," I was like, "Oh, it must be something going on." So that was a great like introduction into getting into that story. The next one is, we started the Tyjeri. I asked when I made the video about what should we name this next challenge, and Tyjeri said you should name it like 30 to life. And I said, oh, I really like that. Because it immediately what came to mind was we're doing this for 30 days. However, this is a life journey. Like I love walking. So I walk every single day. You know what I mean? For the most part. And I've been doing it. That's how I lost my weight. Like I don't like the gym. I canceled my gym membership. So I'm giving y'all little tidbits, and I did a lot of stuff in my stories. But stories only stay up for 24 hours, and then I know everybody has live and they're not sitting there waiting for me to post something to be like, what is Aisha saying now? So because I did the first challenge, the Walk It Off challenge on Instagram, and it shares to Facebook, I decided to do the 30 to Life challenge here on YouTube. So each and every day that I'm posting something that talks about the benefits of walking. And I had 4 different categories, but it's like I said, I took my time and actually worked on this. So I'm like, y'all, I'm giving tips every single day. I told y'all what I did. I walk, I do my macros. If you don't know about macros, like y'all ain't saying nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you don't know. But my thing is, this is a part of way, like how I like to give back. Now I don't give everything because God, okay, like my mom ain't raised no fool. But it's like, this is my way of giving back that God continues to bless me because I bless others. But the thing of it is, I said this in one of my other lives. I did my part by sharing the information. If you don't do nothing with it, that's on you. You know what I mean? Because I did my part. And I'm like, a lot of people say a lot of stuff out here thinking you need to do all of these different things. And you don't. I walk. That's what I do. I walk. But you can't beat nutrition. There's no pill. There's no this. And I even told y'all and a few people bought them, and so far they're liking them. But the metabolism balance, that's something instead of taking all those pills. But I've been working on this for months behind the scene before I even introduced that. But I tell y'all, this is what I did. This is what I'm doing. Even with the one challenge, I said if you do this, it's like almost a guarantee that you'll get this result. But the thing of it is, I know who didn't do it. Because if you didn't get the results, you didn't do it. It's just that simple. I'm not begging, especially something for free. Now, if this was a paid something, I'll have more and more like talking about it. But something I've given away, I'm not begging nobody. I'll mention it, but I'm not one of them, child. Because I know what I'm gonna be doing this summer, and I know how I'm gonna look when I be doing it. You know what I mean? I know when I step out here. So I'm trying to get my outfits and my stuff together to meet that same energy because I worked my ass off to get here because I knew I could do it. Now I didn't know all this stuff was gonna be happening when I did it, but the thing of it is, I said this time around, I'm not gonna let nothing stop me from a better health. Because health is truly wealth. It doesn't matter if you got all this money in the world, but if you broke down, crippled, you can't do nothing with it, you can't spend it, then what is the point? So my gift to myself was for Mother's Day that I wanted to be at a certain weight. And I had surpassed that well before then, but that's you know what I mean, I'm an overachiever. But nonetheless, it was something. But my thing is, when I really got serious about it, it was March 24th. You see that? It's not March 1st. It wasn't on a Monday. It just that, you know what I mean? Now, I said that Monday that this is because I was going away for that weekend prior before. That's why. But when I made up my mind that, oh, it's going down, I think it was like a Wednesday. So yeah, it really is a thing. And y'all know, I'm a water girl. I love me some water. If you don't like water, learn to put some packets in there. We all need water. Like, if you got to put them little packs in there for now, put some fruit in there or whatever to give you a little, you know what I mean, a little razzle dazzle, then do that. But can't beat nutrition. I was also sharing different stuff to the substitutes instead of having, all my sugar. I haven't had my donut from Wawa as of yet, but I'm still going, I'm gonna get it eventually. But, I always say, I'm not trying to say, hey, cut out all of these things. I'm just saying there's other stuff that I've tried that I actually like. And I'm like, hey, I tried this. You should try it. You know what I mean? And so I got a video that's coming out that I did French toast, which with a lot of fiber and a lot of protein, I actually enjoyed it. I dropped my damn phone in the pan while I was trying to do that content. And I'm going to leave it in the video because guess what? We're not doing perfect over here. We're showing up and I'm giving you what I got. So look, that's going to be coming out soon because I just have to edit the thing. But I was like, yo, making content, baby, if I could just get somebody to do it for me, it would save me a whole lot of time. But yeah, and again, these are different things that I just want to share to help, you know what I mean, help my friends out. But, all I can do is share. And it's up to you to, pick up what I'm putting down and apply it. But thank you so much, Joshie. I really do appreciate it all. And thank you, friend. The 30 to life at this point, I just want y'all to walk. You could do the free download. I'm not even encouraging anybody to. I did have another one that has more information for 2025. It's $20.25. But trust me, if you have not even got through the free download I have, don't even worry because that's more. So I don't want to have you have more information that you don't know what to do with, or you don't because you didn't do the first thing. So if you want that information, you could definitely get that. The link is in the bio and download the free information to jumpstart because it's a jumpstart. It's not the end all be all, but we got to start somewhere. So I'm kind of, was trying to give y'all like a little baby step, something that be motivating and inspiring, something that I feel like everybody could do who has the ability to be able to walk. You know what I mean? And if you cannot walk, there's still alternative things that you can do. When I first found out that I had arthritis in my knee, walking was very hard for me at first. So my first 10 pounds that I lost, I used what's that little bike thing? I've talked about that before and shared that. And I pedaled it with my arms. So I didn't even use my legs to do that. Losing weight, you ain't got to be jumping, doing all these backflips, all this little cute stuff I be seeing people doing, just, trying to be cute with it. You don't need to do all, you can if you want to, but it ain't going to get you a better result. I just walk. So, you can do all that if you want and exert your energy and be tired and, or you could just simply walk. So, it's up to you. Either way works. Yes, friend, get that walk in. Either way works. But I also don't want to be one of those ones I just want to share the information. There's a lot of stuff out there that people do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that. Do what works best for you. When I was walking, nobody told me, oh, you could just walk and lose weight. I just started walking because that's really all I had in me to do, and I realized I started losing weight. Again, with nutrition. Let's not, we don't want to skip over nutrition. But, and then when I was like looking up the benefits and stuff of walking, and this was some years back, that I was like, wait a minute. Like, why ain't nobody talking about this? But you know, I ain't want to be like no fitness guru. Don't be looking for me, because if I'm out and I have a burger, it's because I can. You know what I mean? I know I understand macros. I know how they work, and I know how to work them for me in my body. So you know, I'm not one of those ones where I'm out here eating a salad every day. I'm not a salad girl. I've said that over and over and over and over and over again. Aisha likes to get down. I eat food, real food, like real food, and I eat good. And you know, somebody was saying to me one day, like, "Oh no, I stay away from breads." And I said, "Oh really?" Because I eat bread every day, like every single day. I love bread, but I also know how it works. So, you know, these people out here talking about, oh, you can't do this and do that. Now I understand why people say to do those things is because it's easier to be able to track. If you don't know how to do macros, so it's easy to say, let's cut out this, let's cut out that, because you're guaranteed to lose weight, but you will never maintain it if you don't understand what you're doing. I want you to do it with understanding. So that's why I give all these different tips and this different stuff to at least get, you know, again, it's a jump start. Now, I don't know your body. You could do exactly the same thing that I do. You more than likely may not get the result that I have, because you might need to do something. I don't know your body. I only know mine. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. But the stuff that I give to y'all, anybody can do. Like anybody can do. Hey, Leangela. So anyway, just get the walking, Joshie. I know I did on my whole Kanye rant to come back around just to say, child, just start walking. And the only way, and I mean the absolute only way you could lose weight outside of taking, I'm talking natural, let's just say just naturally, you always got to be in a calorie deficit. Or the other term they'll use is caloric deficit. Same thing. Like, you could say, I'm cutting out this and cutting out that, and you can cut out whatever you want to cut out. If you eat more than what you need to be eating, you're going to be, you know what I mean? You're going to just keep growing, okay? So, if you're trying to be fruitful and multiply in that manner, keep doing that. But not, that's not how it gets down. But anyway, moving on. Okay, so, do I really want to do this? Stitch between, what notches? It's about stitch between the notches. Oh, these little things. No. So do y'all, what are these for? Is that supposed to be like, I guess this is supposed to be like the knot. I was like, there's no knot. Now I see the notch here, but I never knew what this was for. I was like, what the heck? So while we all here, okay, I mean, it never messed up anything that I was doing, but now it's just like, well, what are they talking about? Like, is that supposed to be like a 52 fake out notch? Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Do y'all know? If you do, please let me know, because I don't even know. But it's telling me to do like an ease stitch right here. So I'm going to just go ahead and stitch right here just because that's what they said. But let me find out. So don't nobody know? So, but it's okay. Even if not, I can I'll Google it at another time if I remember to go back to it. But I never knew, like, you know, sometimes you've been doing for so many years and you just never paid attention to certain stuff. That's like one of those things. I was like, I never knew. And then, you know, like sometimes you do the markings, it's like, do I put it on the right side or the wrong side? Because it generally don't tell you. But in the midst of you sewing, you realize, oh, I needed to put it on the other side. Hey, Tamika. Oh, you want to know what they are for too, friend? I'm trying to find out. I don't know. Can someone, if anybody knows, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. All right, so now it wants me to line the front to the back. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I just is like, I don't know what that is. But even if somebody have time, they can look it up, and that way we all can know. We all could know. Can y'all also like the live, please? If it's not too much to ask, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know what, but I will look it up. If nobody gets the answer, then if I remember, this thing is like kind of slightly off. Oh, that's why they said an ease thing, because I need to ease this into this. We still at the beginning stages to be easing stuff now. But all right. But I am happy I'm able to use like my fabric in my stash. I definitely went to Philly yesterday and got some fabric. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, I'm like, something's not. Something ain't. Woo, child. So now, one thing about this fabric, they look the same on each side. So I had it facing the wrong way. I was like, what? Something ain't matching up. It's got me out here looking crazy. So anyway, so yeah, I made out really good going to Philly. I went to Gaffney's and I went to Joe Mars. And I was able to find what I needed for both projects that I needed, plus a little bit more. So I was happy about that. And the only reason why I got fabric is because what I have in my stash, like I don't have nothing, like enough fabric for one to complete one project. And I just don't have the fabric didn't have it to do the other one. And y'all, why I forget, remember the dress from last week that I was supposed to do? And then the whole point of me, that was one of the things that I wanted to do. I had the fabric with me, swatching everything, but because I didn't have it on my list, I didn't write it down. You know, I forgot all about finding some fabric to mesh with that. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, Aisha, girl. But, oh well. That dress, you know, it had a chance, but now I don't even know, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to go to Philly. So yeah, there's that. But you know, we shall see. We shall see. Also, I want to say too, just for those that are interested, you know, I do have a playlist here on YouTube about the journey from, you know, from week 1. We are now up to week 10, so I have 2 more weeks left of me documenting this journey, and then it's over. Do know though, the journey will continue after this, but I'm just not going to be doing the daily, I guess, like vlogging and you know, sharing, because again, I share whatever comes to mind. Like for that day, I don't have no script or nothing written down. I wanted to keep it as raw and authentic as I, you know, could. But also, you know, just giving some information. So you can definitely follow that. And, you know, again, if you feel free to share, you know, your comments in regards to, and if you're on your journey, like some of the things that you're doing, because I'm not saying like I'm an expert. I know what I know, but I'm saying I don't know everything. And, you know, something might be a good for somebody else to try out, you know, recipes or anything like that. So you're definitely welcome to check them out and just holler at your girl. And yeah, all that. But yeah. So how's everybody vibe check? How's everybody doing? I know I had a little something this morning, but overall, like I'm okay. I'm better. I'm not gonna say I'm 100%, but you know what I mean. I am better. Like I really was dealing with, you know, the woes, like the thing of like again being a mom, just wanting to be able to do some things I want to do without always having to put them on hold and stuff like that. So I was just, you know, I was having a moment. And then not to mention, I don't know, some of you might know, but I had a friend of mine who passed away back in 2025, and she was really huge here on, not here so much on YouTube, but on Instagram. And her mom had reached out to me the other day because her sister had passed away. So that means like the mom has lost both of her daughters. And so I was just like, you know what I mean? Just was just like, I just felt the pain, you know what I mean? And, you know, people are really out here, you know, struggling just to survive. So it's like, try to be as kind as possible. You never know what somebody is going through. You know, and I'm not saying you're gonna be perfect because you know what I mean. Just told y'all what happened this morning. Even though if Karen was having a bad day or whatever, she's still not girl. But you just never know. And so you know, it's just a lot going on. And then I had, you know, something happened in my family with one of my family members that again I was in the midst of. Child, that performance last week, y'all saw a little bit of it. And so I got the news on that while I was sitting there watching that performance. So I was just, it just was a lot going on. You know, you know, you always have to, you know, stuff still has to get done. So you don't really get that time to just decompress. You know what I mean? You got to make that time up. So, and just, so yeah, it's just be a lot. Just never know. So this, we got that one side going. I mean, that white is going to be hard for y'all to be able to see, but it is. It is. It is. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Ooh. So I forgot to do our daily word for the day. Hey V Chantel. I'm gonna do because you know the cards is they not seasoned enough for me. You know what I mean? They real, but I mean, hey, it's from Temu. I just had got it when I got something else. So I said, let's see, this might be fun, but they a little dry. So we'll try something else. But I'm gonna send. I told you my mom's be sending me these things every day. So this one, cause it really just hit home. So I'm gonna share this one that it says, I asked of God, but there was silence. I prayed to God, but there was silence. I begged of God, but there was silence. I cried out to God, but there was silence. Then I was silent, and there was God. I was like, oh, so I'm like, oh, and then you know, it's the trust in the Lord with all our heart, you know. So that she sends me two different things, but that was like the main thing that I wanted to do. You know, wanted to share that. And if you don't trust in God, whatever you trust in, child, just flip it and reverse it. Like, I don't get into what people do. I don't care. Okay, as long as you ain't out here hurting people, harming people, it ain't one of those things. But, yeah, so somebody else made one. Because I know usually when my mom sends me these things every single day, I just be like, okay, mom, just let her. She's retired. This is what she wants to do. I'm gonna let her be great. But today it was really like, oh, thank you, mom, type of thing. So yeah. So that's what I want to share with y'all. He's talking about yes. It says yeah, basically. Cause my mom like, but did you pray about it? I'm like, yes, mom, I prayed. But what did he say? Mom, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. So it's like it was much needed today. Like it really was. Cause I was like, child, I is tired. I is tired. But anyway, so let's get to this next thing. Cause child, we only on step 5. Okay. This is 37 steps. It's not a lot of pattern pieces, but because of the lining, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot of steps. So, but I don't think overall, just looking at it as that it's a hard pattern at all. But, I don't really care for that little cummerbund middle part. But we just gonna go ahead and rock it out and just see what happens. We just never know. So it says gather lower edge of front. Say 3. Is that what? Is that piece 3? Oh nope, this is a whole nother piece. Cause I was like, I don't think I could be gathering that with that pleat there. That's a bit too much. That would have been too much because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. So we're going to gather in between the small circles. Okay, we see the small circles. So let me extend my stitch on here. This is an oldie but goodie pattern. Does anybody have this pattern? Oh, you're welcome, friend. Caring is caring. You know what I mean? Like y'all hear every week from me. I had to give y'all something. You know what I mean? I just was like, it ain't gonna hurt to give somebody a good little word on the day. You never know who needs what. Cause I know I needed it, damn it. I was like, yo, oh. My mom was like, you've been at it a long time. God hasn't forgot about you. I'm like, you sure? Did he tell you that? Shoot. I know we say, it's on God's timing, but did anybody got an ETA? Did anybody hear anything? A little inkling of anything that they could just let me know? Sure, whew. That'd be a lot. But we gonna keep on keeping on now. That's what we gonna do. So we want to do some gathering stitches. Let's go ahead and do 2 because we want this gather to be gathering. All right, we following all the steps today. And I generally just be looking at the pictures. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm reading. Because I'm serious about this. So we ooh, not the thing. Not the not this thread just was like, yeah, we gonna pop right on out and you're gonna have to rethread this all over again. In the beginning. Oh, you did, Fisa? How did you like it? What's your thoughts on it? B. Chantel, what you want to know? Oh, you said your mom said the same. Oh, okay. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a punchline girl. Like, don't get me wrong. It's nice to have cute sayings, but babe, what does that mean? Break that down. If you can't break that down for me, please be quiet. Please be quiet. Please and thank you. Because a lot of times it's like hand-me-downs. People are like, I don't wear hand-me-downs. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you gonna just keep saying something because somebody said something to you and you don't even know what it means, you wear hand-me-downs. Okay? Find out for yourself. You know what I mean? What does that mean to you? We all may have a different meaning, but what you're not gonna do is just keep telling me this because somebody else came and said something to you and you don't even know what it means. We're not doing that. That's what we're not doing. So, yeah. I'm over the punchline. When you get to a point in your life, you like, what? Like, Cherub, you don't get out of my face. And that's how I be. Like, I don't want to hear that. Now, you know the thing with God's time and this, that, or whatever. I mean, of course, we don't. All we can do is wait. You know what I'm saying? And be grateful in the midst of waiting. Don't be waiting and being angry, because I mean, I wouldn't advise that. But you know, again, doing the best you can. Some days is better than others. That's all. I mean, that's all I can give you. But hey, Anna. Anna was then getting her walk on too. But yeah, and I mean, you know, what our Ron's gonna do, they gonna just like we are as parents. You know, you're gonna try to encourage your kid. But I'm like, child, I is tired. But you know, I keep moving. I just keep moving. And I keep saying, you know, my time will come. But I didn't want to, like, I do get excited to see, you know, my friend, like, you know, big things and stuff is happening for them. Like, I'm really genuinely be happy for people. I talked about, like, in my stories, if you saw it in my stories, whatever day that was, and I was just talking about being genuine. Social media is not, like, social media is, it's fake in a sense. You know what I mean? People show up, but they're not spewing their whole entire lives out. And you know, some people do, but not. They're still not giving you the 100%. So when they show up, they share what they choose to share. I'm not saying they're fake or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, people have real lives outside of here, so you can't get the whole gist of somebody's life on a little bit of live or a little bit of what they post, like. But I'm like, I think people just lost, like, humanity and just being genuine and be like, hey, girl, you really look nice, or this is nice, or, you know what I mean? It's like, it takes nothing from you to compliment somebody else. Like, nothing at all. First of me, I love to, like, uproot, like, my sister's like, girl, look at you. You're like, you did that or whatever, because it makes me feel good. Like, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just real different. Like, I don't even know. Girl, you talking about you flat chested. I don't got no boobs either. We about to see though. We about to see. But I don't hold on now, because you know I'm team little booties and little boobies matter. Okay? We matter. So we gonna show up. We showing up. With right sides together, pin lower. So am I supposed to gather this middle part? Oh, I guess I'm gonna gather it to fit the thingy thingamabobber. Okay, now I gotta put the thinking cap on now, because I mean they just jump it. See, this way you read these steps and the steps. What piece is that? It's piece 4. Piece 4, where are you? Please come to the main office. Piece 4. Say it's about to get its attention. Y'all, thank you for these. These are my times where I can be silly and be childlike, whatever I want to be. Okay, these are my moments where I can just do that, and I don't have to be the authoritative figure, this, that, or whatever, and all that. I can just be my silly self. So excuse me, why I do just that. But this piece don't. Child, this piece is the same. What am I get? Like, what is the gathering stitch for? It's the same size. Oh, Lord, here we go with the. Oh, Lord, here we go. Here we go. I mean, here we go. What? I put these gathering stitches here for what exactly? Because it. You know what? Let's just try to gather something, y'all. I mean, I don't know. It ain't ain't gonna really be no whole lot of gathering because these pieces are like the same size, but you know, we just gonna go ahead and say do what they said do. Oh, I'll show you in a minute. They are becoming robots. I truly believe that. And here's the thing: somebody posted, and I said that's so true. We got robots asking us to we have to you know how I do them little squares and show me what this is and that is to prove that we're not a robot. A robot is telling us to prove that we're not a robot. This is what the world. This is our ass backwards. The world is. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand like. But this just should tell you a lot about robots. Like the audacity that we need to prove that we're not a robot. To a robot. Yeah. Anyway, friends, so this is what I'm making. Nikki's pattern. This is a pattern back from 2016. For the summer, I want to make at least, I want to say 4 jumpsuits. That's really pushing it, but I do want to, like, I love jumpsuits, but I have to make them myself because I have a long torso and long legs, and so I will be camel toeing it up. Now, New York and Company, I think I got 2 from them that were like borderline-ish, but I can work it. Like, sort of, kind of, like I could kind of work it, but you know, they close, so there's that. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I got a lot of jumpsuit patterns, but I just never make them. You know, because it is time. It's time consuming to be able to. Why didn't I put the other knot? It was 2 notches on this. No, it's only 1, girl. But the 2 part. Okay. So, I mean, I'm going to just pin this together and kind of work the, because like I said, y'all can't, this, because it's white, y'all can't really see it. It's about the same size, so it's really not much of a gathering that I can do. So let's see how this is going to come together, like the point of all of this. Because right now, it's just not making a lot of sense to me why we did this gathering. When there's really nothing to gather. But anywho, we're gonna go ahead and gather. Because that's what they said to do. Okay. Oh. I think this pattern is really cute too, but you know, I'm not shaped like Nikki, so hopefully it looks cute on me, because if not, I tried, okay? I tried. And I'm doing it in white. Ooh, I'm out here really testing it, but yep, that's what I said I was going to do this summer. Said I was going to do. So here we are. And I didn't want to try to do it like with knit, like a staple knit or whatever, because I know Nikki loves her a good woven. So in honor, you know, of her, I said I ain't going to, you know, I'll hack something in a quick second. And I said, nope, we just gonna go ahead and flat outright do the pattern as is.